Hi guys, it's me, Kat, Mrs. Handy. Are you? Hope you're all doing really well tonight. Well, Biden just dropped out of the race. What do you think? You think he was gone a long time ago, maybe? Yeah, like at the inauguration, when the inauguration was really a funeral because of the amount of shots fired from the military. I think it was three, and that means it's a funeral. So, in case you didn't know, he's already been gone. That's an actor. That's a white hat, good guy actor playing Biden. Okay, so President Trump let us know this afternoon about what happened, for everybody else. And I'll just read it. Breaking from Trump, Biden just dropped out. And worst president ever. Be the first to read my full response. And then he had a link. And I decided when I did the all capitals in this whole phrase here that I would use the link capitals. You know how it'll have like numbers and letters. So I used the W, R, J, and D out of the link. So and then it says stop to end. Like if you put stop, then you won't text anymore. So I decided to do that too, and I don't always do that. So I did. I'm sorry, the S and the E. So, okay. So the first thing I did really was Biden just dropped out, and in Jewish Gematria it's 1663 equals what is suffocation? Like lack of air, right? Sounds like a Jeopardy answer. And Alex Trebek must be alive, right? He has to be. Hi, Alex. So, another match to Biden just dropped out is time to destroy their black box. Now, when I hear black box, I think of a plane. There's a plane crash, and you need to retrieve the black box to find out what happened in the last couple of minutes. So, to me, it was just like a plane reference. So I'm wondering if he was pushed out of a plane or a helicopter. And I seem to remember Juana Saban saying that certain people were pushed out of one of those two, and I don't remember which one, a plane, a helicopter. So maybe he was one of them. Let's see. And a cloud of witnesses matches. Biden just dropped out. So like plane up in the clouds, that could be why a cloud of witnesses is here. Let's see. So Biden just dropped out. That was Jewish Gematria. And simple, it's 238. And it equals, are you ready? Are you ready? Kill all child, I'll do it backwards, XES abusers. You can't be any more obvious than that. And then we have a guilty, not innocent. So, he was guilty. It's all about the children. Now, I remember back on Twitter, before I get kicked off, that was one of those hashtags. Well, maybe it wasn't quite with it's all, but it was very similar to this. It's all about the children. That was real popular. Okay, so I took the capitals, including the link and the S and the E from stop to end. So unexpectedly, I really didn't expect this one this time, it was simple gematria 153. So all that added up to 153. And it was John Kennedy Jr., Jr. And I didn't realize that John Kennedy Jr. also equals double jeopardy. And it's funny because I just felt like I had a Jeopardy question, and I just mentioned, Alex Trebek's probably alive. He didn't die from cancer. Let's see. And we have first arrest. So maybe he was the first arrest, or the first arrest of the top people, Biden, the Biden, as I always call him. Hudson River. Okay, so was he dumped in the Hudson River? Or a river? So there's all kinds of things that seem to make sense all together. Okay, so that's that. Thought you'd like to know. Sorry, I shouldn't laugh. But yes, I should. Now, Crowdstrike. Now, I know that happened a couple days ago, but still. So, as I learned from Tom Numbers, I didn't know this, but Crowdstrike was in Q posts 19 times. So that's not my information. He dug that up. And anyway, so I looked it up and I double checked. I want to make sure that was right. So it was in there 19 times. And I've been using qalerts.net. And you might want to download it because for all we know, anything that's related to back and forth in the internet, we won't be able to use. But if it's downloaded, and if it's only the internet being out, we should be able to use it. So that might be quite handy. Anyway, so I was looking at Down Detector, and seeing if anything happened the next day. So it was the 20th, and I was looking at it, and there was a tweet that they had posted next to the Crowdstrike Down Detector where you saw the chart. And every time I see a reporter, like a blue check mark, a reporter, like I wonder, okay, is it one of our people writing this or is it somebody else? And almost always it's one of our people, almost always. So anyway, so it looked like a guy named George Kurtz, Kurtz, tweeted with his blue check mark next to his name, and it's at George_Kurtz, and this is what he said. As Crowdstrike continues to work with customers and partners to resolve this incident, our team has written a technical overview of today's events. We will continue to update our findings as the investigation progresses. It's a bunch of gobbledygook for saying, we don't know, whatever. But what he's really telling us is what really happened if you take it out phrase by phrase. Okay, so first of all, I did George Kurtz. I always do these people. If you're reading an online article and you're wondering what's up, do the author. And you'll find out it's usually a white hat. It's usually like a Kennedy or something, or Mary Magdalene or something like that. Okay, so George Kurtz equals Jewish 1044. It equals military operation, because that's what this CrowdStrike thing was, involving Microsoft, on and on and on. And George Kurtz also equals incarnation of Mary Magdalene. So it's like she signed it. Diana, Jackie, they all signed it. George Kurtz in simple gematria is 153, and that's April Fool's Day, because they're managing all this. And of course, 153 is John Kennedy Jr., JR, like we just had a second ago. So that's who George Kurtz is. It's either one of the, John Jr., or it's one of the ladies, because they're all three names are in here. Let's see. And then I took the capitals from the tweet, and there weren't very many. It was just ACW. And that equals, in simple gematria, 27 JFK. So it all works out. Yeah, okay, so we will continue is in here, right? We will continue. Like he said, we will continue to update our findings. We will continue with this military operation is what they're really saying. It's just the beginning of what's going to happen. So just be ready. Okay, we will continue equals simple gematria 185, and that's Donald John Trump, so his name's in here. Stock market crash, which I'm sure it will at some point, if not just because of this, but because of the fake WAR. First trumpet. Now, I don't know if that's really the first trumpet, if you want to call it that, or what, but it could be, And he said, and he's George Kurtz, one of our people, John Kennedy Jr. or whatever, our team has written equals simple gematria 23, and it says, click here for Doom of Matrix. Because I really think that almost everybody's going to be out of work and just at home because so many things will have been messed up from all this Crowdstrike stuff. So they're going to have a lot of time to think at home. And it equals US supercomputer. Maybe they're using a supercomputer. Well, I think they're also using off-planet stuff to do this. Yeah, and John Kennedy Jr. also equals Galactic Federation. So, you know, could be all that working on this glitch, as people might call it. And update will, you know, they said we'll update our findings. Well, that's simple Gematria 203. You can look at that as a 23, which is Eve. And 23 is also W for the letter W. And you remember Juan Saban called in as W for over 16 years, which means 17 years on different shows. Update our findings at 203 is Gematrix calculator, which is what I use, right? I know everybody doesn't use it, and that's fine. And it equals unforeseen problem. Like, what's going on? They're all going, I don't know. I can't use my Visa card or anything. Starbucks, I can't use my Starbucks app, man. And update our findings also equals decode Microsoft Excel, because Microsoft was affected, right? Big time. So anyway, I thought you'd enjoy that. And this is a short and sweet one. But anyway, take care of yourself, you guys. Take care of each other. And I'll see you soon. Love y'all. Bye.